Hey, I'm sending you this because I want to share with you the way that I make my keto coffee, some tips to making your keto coffee, and how to get the most out of your keto coffee. So, I know that probably we've talked in messages. One of the things that I would recommend above anything else is making sure that you fast at least 12 hours a night. So my husband and I usually fast from like 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. He works early, so sometimes he's a little bit different. Sometimes I'll do like 8 to 8, 9 to 9, whatever. It just depends on what's going on in life. But like I set a time limit on when I can have my first cup of coffee. But I do 12 hours at least every single night. The thing about fasting is that your body will burn off carbs, protein, and fat in that order. So at night, your body burns all that off. It will start to burn stored fat. That's why it's important to get a good night's sleep. Some of us do, some of us don't. I'm a mom of 5, so right now I don't. But then what the coffee will do, it doesn't have the carbs in it to burn, so it just will provide healthy fats for your body to burn. And then it will continue, because it's in that fat burning mode, it will continue to burn stored fat. So I recommend having the coffee right away and then waiting. I usually, because the coffee fills me up so much, I can usually wait until at least noon to eat. 10, 11, anything like that, just wait a couple more hours to eat and let the coffee kind of do its thing. So, how I make my coffee if it's hot, okay? So, what I would recommend is starting with just a little bit of cold water in the bottom. The reason I say that is because when you add the keto coffee, if you add it to hot, it tends not to blend as well as other ones. So, or like if you do it in hot water. Sorry, let me keep going. Okay, so a little bit of cold water, pour in. Like I said before, I always use a half pack at a time. A couple different reasons. One, I want to make sure that I have more coffee for them throughout the day. 2, sometimes you only get a bag of coffee for a month, and so you want to make it last. So you can have other coffee throughout the day. It's just important to make sure that this is your first cup of coffee of the day. So a little bit of cold water, dump in your keto coffee, add hot water, make it like you would a normal coffee, but try and avoid any sugar. So use like sugar-free creamer. I use Jordan Skinny syrups for a little bit of flavor. They are made with natural and artificial flavor, so just be careful not to use too much. I just use a dab, and it works just fine for me, okay? So then, that's my hot coffee. I will like when I put the hot water in, I will actually substitute hot coffee because I like a really, really strong coffee, and this is more like a medium to light blend. So if you like a strong coffee, pour hot coffee in there and mix it up. If you have a frother, you can get them on Amazon, I don't know, for like 10 bucks, I think. It'll make it really frothy and creamy for you. If not, I use a Magic Bullet for everything, and that seems to work just fine for me. So that's my hot coffee. Now, I love keto coffee iced. Like, it's my absolute favorite. So I'm gonna show you guys exactly how I make my iced keto coffee, okay? So bear with me. Of course, I got too much ice. Hang on. Okay, so for my personal preference, I use my Magic Bullet. You can use a blender bottle, and that works just fine. That's what my husband uses every single morning. It's completely up to you, but I'm home, so this is what I use, and it makes it super creamy and super good for me. So you can also get the Magic Bullet off Amazon. I got a Prime deal on it, so that's why I got it, because I used to use my baby blender that I used to make baby food with to do it, and so that kind of went out the door, seen its better days, and so this is what I got instead. Okay, so I will start with a half cup, it's about a cup actually, but like a half a glass of ice and ice water. And then I will just pour in the rest. I used unsweetened vanilla almond milk. Okay, it's only got 30 calories per cup, and so you're not adding a bunch of calories to your coffee, but it doesn't have a bunch of carbs. So that's the important thing. I then will take, if you're a cream person, since I'm doing low carb keto, I will add in a dab of cream. really just because it makes it just a little bit creamier for me, and that's just how I like my coffee. I like my coffee with cream. So then I will pour in the half pack of Keto Coffee. And then depending on my mood for the day, like I have pumpkin spice here. I have Jordan Skinny Syrups has a bunch of different syrups for you. I love the white chocolate with a little bit of cinnamon, so that's always a good go-to too. Today I'm going to use glazed donut. And I can tell you guys, I really just use a dash. Like, it's not very much at all. Like, you don't have to pour a bunch in. Now, I also use our chocolate greens. What you can do to substitute for that is you can use like cocoa if you want to. You can put cinnamon in there. Again, just stay away from any kind of sugar. Our chocolate greens just give me 8 servings of fruits and vegetables in a little scoop. And so it just kind of adds to my energy throughout the day. And that's just what I prefer and what I love. So then what I will do is I will, of course, mix it up. Don't mind the sound. Now if I can get it off, it's slippery. Sorry, guys. Okay, and then you'll see that it's nice and icy and frothy and super yummy. And this is just what I sip on throughout the morning. And like I said, sometimes I will have a hot coffee right when I wake up, which is okay. Like if you want to wait to have your keto coffee, if you like it iced later, that's fine. Just try and fast for at least 12 hours. You can have black coffee and that's not going to break your fast. So sometimes if I do get up super early and I'm not ready for my iced keto coffee, and I don't want a hot keto coffee for the day, then I'll just have black coffee. So then throughout the day, you can still have coffee. You can still have black coffee. You do not need to have keto coffee. It's completely up to you. I do sometimes have a keto coffee for an afternoon snack just because I'm busy. I'm a mom of 5, and it kind of fills me up and keeps me going until I have my last meal of the day. So I hope that that helped you. I hope that that kind of cleared some things up for you. And if you have any more questions on how to use the coffee or what works best for you, please feel free to reach out to me and I will be happy to answer any questions for you. Thank you so much and have a great day.